Hey YouTube, Sky here, talking about Avengers Infinity War. And I'll go and give you some quick non-spoiler thoughts, but I mean, there's a lot of spoilers to talk about, and I mean, I know a lot of people have seen this movie, and I'm a little bit late. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk mostly spoilers. Non-spoilers, I loved it. It was freaking amazing. Best Marvel movie? Yeah, I think so. So at least I'm pretty sure it's my favorite Marvel movie. It's kind of close to a couple other ones, but I think this beats them. It's my #1 favorite movie of the year so far. Freaking love this movie. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. It's just going to be talking about a bunch of different things that I loved. Yeah, I think everything in this movie works so well. I loved all the different character interactions. Everybody was great basically. So I mean, yeah, this is the culmination of like 10 years of build up of the MCU now, like 18 years, 18 movies. Black Panther's the 18th, and like 10 years of this. And basically everything comes together in one movie, except for my fellow Scott Ant-Man, which I'm kind of bummed about that. But at least he gets his own movie in like 2 months. But like everything else comes together, and it was glorious. Seriously, I kind of just teared up at some parts, just like saying like holy shit, like everything's coming together, and like this is so amazing and wonderful. Like besides the spoiler stuff I'm going to talk about in a little bit, like I mean, because there's some stuff where they're like being sad about. I just like teared up, like, and I was just emotional, like kind of like happy. That wasn't like sad or anything. I was like kind of had some happy tears coming too, just to like how glorious and amazing this movie was. But yeah, they really nailed it. If you're a fan of this stuff at all, like this movie's, it's amazing. It's great. It's tons of great blockbuster action. Tons of basically what you expect. What you expect this movie is what you get. It's tons of great fun superhero action of like all different superheroes coming together and kicking ass, and it's simultaneously very dark and intense, while also still being like a really fun and exciting like superhero movie. Like they still got a lot of humor in here, but it wasn't too much. It didn't like it, and I don't think there's really any parts where like it like took away from like serious moments or anything. Like, they still had some serious shit happen in this movie, some very serious moments. While still having a lot of funny stuff. I think the humor in this movie worked very well. Like it was very funny, but it was like I said, it didn't take away from the also really dark tone of this movie, and it came about pretty organic. It was pretty organic and natural humor. With I mean, it was mostly from characters that like it's part of the characters. Those characters that most of the humor is from. They use humor, like they're kind of smart asses. They use humor a lot. That's kind of how they are. Like Tony Stark, and as of Ragnarok, Thor's that's how Thor is now, I guess. And Doctor Strange, like I mean, and Spider-Man. I loved how like basically everybody was. You get a few different groups, and I loved all the different dynamics with those groups. Spider-Man is wonderful. I love Tom Holland's iteration of Spider-Man, Peter Parker. Robert Downey Jr. continues to be great. Thor and Rocket and Groot were great. Basically every character got a chance to stand out. Like I loved everybody. Like I could list basically everybody and say like they're great. I love them, and like I don't know, it's hard to highlight. I guess maybe like Spider-Man or Thor might be some of my favorite characters in the movie, but like it's tough to even say that because I loved everybody so much. Like they were all great. They really did a great job with Thanos. I mean, they've kind of been teasing him like he's supposed to be like this big bad guy, and he really is. I'll talk about some specific scenes in a second. I want to break up the spoilers, but just needless to say, with even without spoilers, like they really did Thanos well. They really established him as like a damn scary villain, and yeah, he's scary and menacing, but also like, I mean, he's got a point, and like you understand him and stuff. He's still definitely wrong and evil, but he's got his reasons and stuff, and that makes a good villain, I think. Yeah, this movie has everything you come to know about the Marvel Universe all in one package, and it's epic. It's technically it's like one of the I think it's the longest Marvel movie, but it doesn't feel like it is. It flies by. It's great pacing. Everything, I think everything worked and was put together really well, and it's amazing visuals, and like everything about this movie is fantastic. That's basically all that's my non-spoiler review, but I'm just going to go in the same video. Now I'm going to talk about spoilers. So if you still haven't gotten around to seeing the movie, then exit the rest of this video. Thank you for watching that to this point. But exit the video now if you haven't seen the movie, because there's some stuff to spoil, and I'm going to talk about it. Trust me, you don't. I mean, if you can manage to not be spoiled by this movie at this point, like, keep it going until you see the movie, because there are some major stuff that could be spoiled, and if you can actually, like, witness the movie and experience it without knowing that stuff, then that'll be awesome. So, I mean, trust me on that. If you haven't seen the movie, go away now. Please come back though, but once you've seen the movie. But yeah, I mean, first thing I guess to talk about with spoilers, like I said, they really established right away from the first scene that holy shit, Thanos is a major menacing villain to be scared of. Because they kill off a fan favorite character. Like in the first scene, Loki's dead. Yeah, that was pretty intense, and I love Loki as most people do. Most people fans of stuff do. But holy shit, does that first scene, like, it really establishes Thanos as a villain to be scared of, and a really scary villain. That ending, first off, I love it. I mean, most of this movie is just an epic, great superhero action, fun time that I like most other movies, but like, it really hits you with a really dark ending. I've heard people compare it to Empire Strikes Back. This is honestly worse than that. I mean, Luke had his hand cut off, and Thomas was in carbonite. This movie ends with like half the universe being like seemingly killed, and then made like half of like the majority of a ton of major characters that we love and know. This is definitely a darker ending. It leaves off on totally a dark, depressing note. Big cliffhanger. It's like when the movie finishes, you're kind of like shell shocked. I think that's the right word. Speechless. It's very dour. Which I appreciate that. I think that's awesome that they actually had the balls to do that and to end the movie like that. The people that they chose to have dissolve and die with the snap is kind of telling and kind of unfortunate, because they killed off basically all the noobs, all the newer characters, which includes some very successful characters like Black Panther and Spider-Man and Star-Lord, like most of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And maybe there's some casual people out there that don't know this and don't actually like think that they're gonna kill those people for good. There's no way, especially by the ones that just like that snap happened, like the original team, like Iron Man, Captain America, like it's believable like those people are probably gonna be retired soon. But these new ones, there's no way they're gonna be brought back, which is makes the ending kind of, I don't know, I guess kind of not as good. No, Black Panther was so successful. There's gonna be Black Panther 2, and there's no way they're gonna let that character go. And I'm pretty sure, I think they're filming Spider-Man 2 right now. We're definitely getting Spider-Man 2. It's like they're coming. That like, at the very least, the ones that like died from the snap, those characters at the end, they're gonna come back in Avengers 4, which comes out next year, around this time next year. I have no idea how it's gonna happen, but I think, I mean, obviously these characters are coming back. I think what I honestly hope is going to happen, because if the characters if they find a way to bring the characters back, bring those characters back, but like nobody else dies, and like it's just like then everybody's back and everything's good again, then that'll honestly make this movie. I mean, I hope that at least have some trauma from that, but like it will make this movie not make this movie kind of pointless if like everything's just reversed and everything's fine now. What I'm hoping happens in Avengers 4, I mean, this is my prediction. I don't know how though, but I'm hoping that essentially the original team, like Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Hulk, like Bruce Banner, and maybe Black Widow, and maybe even Hawkeye, like basically all the original Avengers who are all left alive in this movie. I think in order to bring back all the noobs, they're gonna have to like sacrifice their own life. So we're essentially gonna get like a switch out, which will make Avengers 4 like the last big hurrah, or like swan song, or whatever you call it. So it'll be like the last big action, a big adventure for the original team, which and they're gonna have to like sacrifice and to bring back the renewed people, and that'll make it really emotional, and then yeah, that'll make Avengers 4 a really intense, emotional thing that everybody's gonna want to see. And then they'll retire the original team, and the actors don't have to do this anymore. And now we have like the new people that all supposedly died, but we'll be back to be the Avengers and future movies, and have to have Spider-Man 2 and Black Panther 2 and all that. I think it's essentially gonna be a switch out. all the ones that are alive at the end of this movie basically are, at least the majority of them, the original Avengers is essentially, I think, are gonna have to sacrifice themselves somehow to bring back the newbie, to bring the new people. That'll give some of those original people a lot more to do in the next one maybe too, because I mean some of the original people in this movie didn't really have a lot to do. Iron Man and Thor still had a pretty good amount to do in this movie there, but Captain America, he was there and he was kicking ass and everything, but he didn't have any kind of real character moments or anything like really to him. He wasn't really in this movie. He didn't really have much to do in this movie, and neither did Black Widow really. And Hawkeye wasn't even in the movie. If they bring back him to retirement, he dies, and that he'll have more to do in the next movie. I'm thinking. I'm basically positive we saw Jeremy Renner filming for the Avengers 3 and 4, so I guess he must just be all for 4. Yeah. Anyway, that'll give those characters more to do. They're definitely gonna get more to do in the next one, Avengers 4. If that happens, I think this ending will still be awesome, and Infinity War will I think will be looked at even better than it is. If somehow they just bring them back and like everybody's still alive and nothing really happens in the next one, like for good, then then this ending will be kind of lame, honestly, because it's like, well, yeah, you brought back you brought back everybody that you just killed, and then like nothing didn't really matter, nothing mattered. So yeah, I love the ending for now, and I'm basically assuming that next movie, like to bring them back, it will have some consequences, like most of the people dying at least. And if so, then that's awesome, and I love it. But yeah, if not, yeah, that won't be so good. The ending hit me really hard. So say, I mean, Spider-Man is the worst. I think we can probably all agree on that. That's the one that gave the most like time and emotion to in the ending. I think he says like I don't want to go, Mr. Stark, or something like that. That was so sad. Yeah, I teared up and like started crying at that ending. It's definitely it's sad, and yeah, they got some balls to end a movie like that, I think. Worst cliffhanger that I can think of. Yeah, it's darker and more grim ending than Empire Strikes Back or anything that I know of like that. And about Thanos, I just want to say I'm kind of funny. Basically his entire reasoning is he's just really passionate about overpopulation issues. Like, it's yeah, I think that's kind of funny actually. Like the whole reason he's doing this is because like people are overpopulation and stuff, and he wants to protect the Earth and our species from like going extinct because of overpopulation. So he wants to kill half the universe to set overpopulation back. That's kind of weird. But they did a really good job at it. They gave him some real emotion to it. I think they said like his home planet went through the same thing. That was really sad with Gamora. I just want to say about like when I was talking, I hope that no matter what happens with the people that died after the snap, I hope that the 3 that died before the snap are actually dead in this movie, like, and that they stay dead. Loki, Gamora, and Vision. I think that'll probably be the case. I think they're somehow bring back the people that died from the snap, but those other 3 will stay dead for sure. In which case that's also pretty crazy that like one like Guardians of the Galaxy is dead. It sucks. I really like what they did though in this movie with Gamora, and heck, I liked Star-Lord more in this movie than I did in most other movies. A lot of people are hating on him. I mean, he did mess up. He kind of messed up everything. He's human. I appreciate him being emotional and having a more human side to him. I mean, it would have been better if it wasn't if he could control it in that time, in that moment. But I felt for him in this movie, and I got it. I get it, and I thought Chris Pratt did a great job with that. And yeah, everybody, all the actors did a great job. Everybody brought their A game here. I love the end credit scene. Definitely like super relevant and really cool scene. Really can't wait for Captain Marvel. I already couldn't, but this definitely it's gonna make even like general people like casual audiences like really excited for this Captain Marvel movies, and I really can't wait to see her. And that was really cool, and I love to see seeing the cars crashing and helicopters crashing, because I'm seeing that more of the effect that the snap has on like random unknown people. Like even if you don't die directly from the stab, like it's causing other accidents and stuff. So that sucks. I guess that's about it. Easily the best Marvel movie. My favorite movie of the year so far. It's an absolute blast, basically until the ending, and it's a blast, but it's also like you're kind of like on the edge of your seat. Like it's an intense, like kind of like a thrill ride. But it's an intense ride the entire time with appropriate comedic relief and stuff. But also a pretty darn intense. I mean, it's pretty intense because they're mostly losing the battle the entire time, and then they straight up do lose at the end. So it's pretty dark, but I loved it though. I think it was super well done. This movie's easily an A+ for me. It's the first Marvel movie to really not play it safe and to really have some really serious stakes. That actually, it's an amazing movie. There's probably more I could say about it, but that's all I can think of for now. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I love this movie. It was fantastic. It was everything I wanted and maybe even more. I loved it. Completely worth all the build up. And that's my thoughts on Avengers: Infinity War. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Click like if you like this video. And also I don't think I ever really plugged this before, but I have a Letterboxd page that I'm even more active on. I mean, I have trouble because of like being busy and stuff. I don't always get to like review everything that I see. But at the very least, write a little blurb on Letterboxd. Like I keep my diary very up to date on Letterboxd with everything I've seen. So if you want to see more of what I'm watching on then follow my Letterboxd to see more things that I don't get a chance to actually do a video review of. I'll put a link in the description down below. So check that out. Check my Letterboxd. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to see more videos, please. And thanks for watching. Bye bye.